Hello! Today is Friday, October 22, and I'm here performing What Up on Washington with Normandy. What I think this video is gonna take a little bit more of myself, because in the last videos I didn't talk too much because I didn't have too many things for say, but after I start to record this project and then with the first idea to try to find why love is contagious, I realized it's very difficult to find that answer, because okay, we can go to the scientific stuff and talk about the things that are inside our cerebro, in our brain, but sometimes scientific stuff can explain everything. There is what this is, I think, when you cannot explain something through the scientific method, the poetry comes, the belleza, the beauty of the art. And I think that the art explains everything in some way. Well, art changed my life. And now that I'm writing a book about how I become a clown, because this performance now is that, how I am becoming a clown, because I don't want to say I am a clown, because I really respect the office. I think it's something that just the time and the people will say. It's not my responsibility to say that I'm a clown. My responsibility is to work and give to someone who maybe have a tough day, give a smile, try to make someone happy from nothing. And also at the same time I train my skill as an actor, as a performer, because the street, the audience is someone who don't pay for a ticket or nothing, they don't expect to see your show. And that is the most beautiful about this performance, because every time you must to deal with people who have problems. When I talk a little bit, when I don't talk too much, it's because in those days I felt more vulnerable, because sometimes people look at me very angry, and I'm a very sensitive human, so I felt that, and I try to don't get it personal, but sometimes it's personal, because we all have some ego in our life, in our history, and also maybe that is the clown. What the clown give to me the possibility to be humble, to don't get mad or to don't get angry by the reaction of people, and that is something that also affect my life in the way that I learned a lot in this about myself, about my challenge, my situation as an immigrant here, someone who is doing a work as a documentary artist. That is my reality, my position. I don't want to victimize myself, but I'm in a very vulnerable situation. But I don't think about that. I really think about what this country means in the sense of liberty, of freedom. So I have my freedom. I mean, the people who found this country, they have that idea to be free, And I think with the time, with the capitalism, we all lost that idea to be free, to have a very good quality of life. I'm not talking about to get rich. I don't care about that. I'm just talking about to have a quality life, and that is something that every human being deserves. And yeah, the clown and all this experience, I'm almost over with this project. I have a lot of ideas in my mind, I would really love to do a documentary about this, but I don't have the resource. So all the time I work with what I have, and I'm a writer, so I have my hands, I have my fingers, and I can write something. So I think that will be the end of this, or will be one chapter from a book it's not really from a book that I'm a story, but doesn't have an end, because I don't know what can happen with my life. And there's a mystery, and I love to live in the mystery. Sometimes it's very hard. Many times I want to throw the tower, but I say yes, I insist, I persist, because I believe, I really believe, like public art must to be like a fundamental necessity from the human, a fundamental necessity for creators, because in the street you can find everyone. It's not a selected group of people who pay for example, people who go to the opera. They are selected people who have knowledge and have another kind of education, another kind of taste. I love opera, by the way. I try to go every time that I have money because it's expensive. But that is the thing, like just imagine if you see an opera singer, but someone amazing on the street doing opera. That can change the world. And I believe that activism is a tool for changing the world. But at the end, it's just art that can change the world. And I am in that opinion. I want to change the world.